small activity, okay? And I'm going to narrate a story, and you guys will guess the very famous personality I'm talking about. Okay. Uh, so this boy was born in a Tamil Muslim family. His father was a boat owner as well as imam of a local mosque. वो दरगाह में mosque में imam थे. He was leading the prayers. Okay. His ancestors were really wealthy traders as they traded groceries to and fro Sri Lanka, and they also helped Hindu pilgrims back and forth the Rameshwaram temple. Okay, most of you have guessed the correct answer, yes, but believe me, guys, the story is very interesting. Okay, the answers are correct, obviously, but just listen to the story. Okay, so Rameshwaram temple is in Tamil Nadu, okay, which is considered as one of the holiest places in India and is also a part of Chardham Yatra. हिंदू रिलीजन में चारधाम यात्रा बहुत ही अहमियत रखती है, तो ये चारधाम यात्रा में एक पार्ट है रामेश्वरम टेम्पल का. Okay. Now, although the ancestors were really rich, by the time this boy was born and in his early childhood, the family had lost most of its fortune. Okay, and they were really very poor. This huge family was poor. So this boy, at a mere age of 8 to 10 years, he used to get up. He used to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning. He used to distribute to newspapers to support his family. Okay, he had to cycle 20 kilometers from his city, from where he lived, to the railway tracks to collect the bundles. Okay, so कैसा होता था कि the train used to come, and from that train the bundles of newspaper were thrown. This boy had to collect all those newspaper, the bundles, and come back again and distribute it at his local region. Okay, so he had to collect the bundles and then go and attend school. Now, ever since he was a child, he was thoroughly fascinated by aeroplanes. Okay, and he wanted to soar high and he wanted to go into the sky. Okay, he wanted to become a pilot. He was an average boy. Okay, average meaning he was not a very good looking, nor did he have very great or good marks. Okay, he was not very intelligent boy, but nonetheless he was extremely hardworking. He completed his aerospace engineering through MIT. MIT is Madras Institute of Technology. उधर से अपना engineering खत्म किया. Now see what happens to him, huh? He narrowly missed achieving his dream of becoming a fighter pilot. Okay, he wanted to become fighter pilot as the 9th qualifier when there were only 8 positions available in the IAF. I'm very sure, guys, you all know what IAF is. We have learned a chapter, right? Yeah, it is Indian Air Force. उनको Indian Air Force में जाना था. He gave the examination. He wanted to go there. There were only 8 places, and he got the 9th position. Okay, so very sadly he missed that opportunity. However, after this, his career had only soared higher. Okay, it only went higher. He went on to become the most famous scientist of ISRO. I'm sure you guys know ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, and the 11th President of India. The story of this paper boy to the President of India is extremely inspiring, okay? And today we are going to see insights of this thing, okay? Very small announcement here. Please, if you have any answers, there is another account, RT Answers here. Kindly text on that, okay? Okay. So we all know the very famous personality that we were the awards that were conferred to him. Padma Shri. Okay, it's Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, and also Bharat Ratna, which is the highest civilian award. Okay, so he even got that, and a lot more, obviously. These were the major awards that he won. Okay, very famous books that he has written, authored or co-authored. Wings of Fire, very good. Space Science, okay. Okay, Ignited Mind, India 2020, Wings of Fire, very good, very good. Yeah, most of it correct. Turning Points, excellent, excellent. Yeah, so these were the major books that he has written. Okay, great. Okay, very quickly. Okay, today we are going to begin with a lesson, Science and Spirituality, which gives us an insight into APJ Abdul Kalam's thoughts and actions. We have already known a lot about him, and we are going to still see whatever his thoughts and actions are. The entire chapter, please listen to this very properly. The entire chapter is adapted from a book, and the book's name is What Can I Give? The name of the book is What Can I Give? Written by Pal Singh, Srijan Pal Singh, who was Abdul Kalam's student and who has worked closely with him till the very end. Okay. Now the chapter that we which has shaped Kalam's life, and hence the chapter has three parts. Very clear with this? Okay. You know, guys, when we have a conversation with small kids, you will understand how curious they are. Okay, they'll ask you a lot of questions about nature, about God, about whatever is taught to them. Okay, and even you guys somewhere have a lot of questions, whatever is told to you. You will have questions about nature and whatever your parents believe, you will always question that. Okay, there's a picture that I want to show you here. Okay, can you see this, guys? This person is saying that you go to you go talk to kindergartens, the KG bachcha loga, or the first grade kids. You find a class full of science enthusiasts, and they ask deep questions. They ask, what is a dream? Why do we have toes? Why is the moon round? What is the birthday of the world? Why is the grass green? These are profound, important questions. They just bubble right out of them. You go talk to 12th graders, and there's none of that. They have become incurious. Something terrible has happened between kindergarten and the 12th grade. Yes, very correctly, very rightly, something has happened between it. And basically, is blaming the education system here. But most importantly, he says that it is very important to have questions, to ask questions. It is very, very important. Okay, back to the topic. Okay, so now let's discuss first of all the meaning of the words, okay, that you can see on your screen, science and spirituality. Okay, what is the definition? What is science? What is religion? And what is spirituality? How are they similar and how are they different? Come on, very quickly, answers, please. Faith. Okay, but what is faith again? Miracles. Science is logic. Okay, truth, practical thinking. Human spirit or soul. I think there's no religion except humanity. Science needs proof. Okay, a lot of answers and great. Science lies in today's world and spirituality lied during the past. Science is magic. Science is factual. A lot of answers. Okay, okay. Let's not confuse each other. Very okay. In throughout this chapter, we are going to learn what is the actual meaning of science, religion, and spirituality. Okay, the most difficult question here, I suppose, is what is the difference between science? Sorry, what is the difference between religion and spirituality? Because most of us confuse as it is the same. Okay, okay. So science is basically very factual. Yes, it is factual. It is. It has proofs. Okay, you can see the theoretical and the practical part. It is there. Spirituality basically, okay, by the definition of it, is being connected to something which is greater or bigger than you, which is there. The conscience and the feeling, the aura of it is there, and you need to believe that there is some higher power than us, than the humans. And whereas religion is basically a path to attain spirituality. Religion can only help us go to spirituality. Okay, it is not the means, I believe, to attain God. Okay, religion has a lot of practices. Correct. It is, there are texts, there are practices, there are beliefs. Okay, and uh, these practices are believed to help us attain God. Okay, if you fast, if you don't eat this, if you eat this, if you do this, if you do that, these are the ways you can achieve the good karma, the good deeds, and then go to God or become God, whatever religion you're following. It will say that. Spirituality, on a very deeper level, it operates that there is something. Okay, it believes in souls, and there's something very bigger than us, the universe, the force of nature, and the conscience which is there in us. Okay, I hope I'm clear, and if not, we are going to anyway learn a lot in the coming part. Okay, very clear. Okay. Look at this picture, science and religion. Okay, we often witness conflict between two groups of people, one that believes in science and the other that believes in religion. Even in our own head, at times, there is a conflict between what we see and what we do not see, but we want to believe that. And most often, these two are completely distinct paths. बहुत अलग होते हैं एक दूसरे से. एक होता है science, दूसरा होता है religion. Okay, what we are taught. Now, one is very practical. Okay, you ask questions, you'll get the answer, which can be proven, like, our experiments, and they have conclusions, correct? Whereas the other is quite abstract. You cannot see. Our religion, now, can you see the good karma, the bad? You cannot see that, okay? But we have believed that they are there, okay? And they seem very opposite and different from each other. Obviously, they do, correct? Okay. Uh, I don't think that ghosts and spirits are a relevant example to this. Okay, I don't think so. Not every religion will propagate something like ghost or spirits. Okay, but we often witness. We often see there's a conflict, there's a fight, there is opposite views between the two groups of people, and the people are divided into two groups. Okay, one that believes in science, एक होता है जो साइंस में बिलीव करता है और दूसरा होता है जो रिलीजन में बिलीव करता है. ठीक है, and a lot of people fall into either of these two categories. Okay, Dr. Kalam was a great scientist. This is undisputable. Dr. Kalam बहुत बड़े scientist थे. This is undisputable. There is no question to this. Indisputable is unchallengeable, not open to question. Obviously, he was a great scientist. But he was also convinced, he also believed that fact and faith can together create a better planet. He was convinced that fact here means science, whatever you can see, what is factual, and faith meaning the spirituality, religion, the religions, and whatever they teach us. So faith in God, or if you do not believe in God, if you're an atheist, even then, if you believe in a higher power, a higher energy, or something, on a which operates on a subconscious level. Okay, so fact and faith can together create a better planet. He told me once, very important here, he refers to Dr. Kalam, correct. Dr. Kalam once told me, now who does this me refer to? Me refers to Srijan Pal Singh, okay, the writer of this text. So he once told me, Kalam ने एक बार श्रीचंद पाल सिंह को बोला था, science and faith must coexist for the human good. Science और faith दोनों को एक साथ must coexist for the human good. Now please tell me guys, in this sentence, pick out a modal auxiliary and tell me what function it does. Science and faith must coexist. Modal auxiliary and its function, please. Must, correct. Okay. Must indicates compulsion here. Correct. See, the point of this question was understand how compulsory Dr. Kalam felt that science or spirituality को, faith को एक साथ रहना ही पड़ेगा. It is compulsory that they coexist, that they exist together for the human good. अगर ह्यूमन रेस का कुछ भला होने वाला है तो वो तभी होगा जब भी साइंस भी होगा, फेथ भी होगा. Okay, absence of one will create havoc on this planet. Okay, it will be sheer chaos. Okay, just imagine a world which is only operated on science. Science that has given us so many luxuries in life has also invented atom bombs. Correct? It has done it. So here, the point that the science cannot exist alone and faith alone cannot exist alone. It will be very difficult a planet to live in, because people right now also they are fighting for which religion is better than the other. So we can't just hand over the entire planet to them. Okay, so both must coexist for the human good. Science provides, वो explanation देते हैं क्यों. Science provides focus. Science से क्या मिलता है? Focus मिलता है. The ability to concentrate, and this ability to concentrate helps us solve questions, discover the truth, and conceive invention. Okay, the focus helps us to solve questions. Questions के लिए help करता है, solve. Discover the truth. Okay, I'll give you a very simple example. Science has enabled doctors to actually find a lot about the human body. Am I correct? Okay, so in the initial stages of human civilization, we had a lot of questions about our body. How does this part function? How many parts are there, first of all? How many organs are there? I mean, so focus helps us to solve questions, discover the truth, what actually lies in our body. ये discover करता है, ये help करता है. And conceive inventions. Once I know that my heart is not functioning properly, when I discover this truth, then I can have this invention of a pacemaker which will help me to have that thing invented. Here conceive Invention basically means conceive, invent or discover. Inventions, okay. Conceive is create discoveries, okay. Faith provides perspective. Science का ये काम है. अभी faith का क्या काम है? Faith provides perspective. What do you mean by perspective? A view particular attitude towards something. Have a particular attitude towards something. Okay. देखने का नजरिया, अंदाज. Okay. The way you look at things. So this perspective helps us to see how our creations and discoveries go on to impact a combination which is vital for the success of societies. We'll again read it. Perspective helps us to see how our creations and discovery, जो भी science ने invent किया है, all the creations and the discoveries, how are they going to impact the success of our society? If our society, if the human race is going to succeed, how these discoveries are going to have an impact on that, okay. So both of the combination is very vital. Vital means necessary. Vital means necessary. Impact is to have an impression on something, okay. Perspective helps us to see how our creations and discoveries go on to impact a combination which is vital for the success of societies. Now science accelerates. Accelerates, speed देता है, speedens or pushes the progress, and faith curbs it within reasonable limits. Curbs, controls or keeps something within limit. साइंस पुश करता है प्रोग्रेस को, और ये जो फेथ है, ये जो कॉन्शियंस है हमारा, वो काबू में रखता है, वो कंट्रोल करता है कि कितना ऊपर जाना है. In the name of science, can we actually invent and use atom bombs? Can we actually use AK-40s? Should we actually use? No, we shouldn't, because that is not doing any good for the human race. Okay. Reasonable limitations. If the two function true to their roles, दोनों का जो true function है, true role है, उसमें अगर काम करेंगे, they will work together for the betterment of humanity. Okay. Faith and science together, if they function very true, very nicely to their roles, whatever role is assigned to them, they will work together for the betterment of humanity. Very clear with this? Okay, we'll move ahead. Dr. Kalam's own life was nourished by multiple faiths. Okay, his own life, he was a very humanitarian, accepting, tolerant person. Okay, so उनकी life में भी बहुत सारे multiple faith, meaning he believed in a lot of religions. Okay, his father, a boatman, he was a boatman, as we have already discussed, also served as an imam at their local mosque. Imam is a person who leads the prayers in a mosque. Okay. जैसे पंडित जी होते हैं वैसे ही टेम्पल में, वैसे ही दरगाह जो होती है उसमें इमाम होते हैं at the local mosque. And his two best friends were from two different religions. Okay. किसके दो बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स? उनके फादर के दो बेस्ट फ्रेंड, जो इमाम थे उनके जो दो बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स थे. ओके, उनके जो बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स थे were from different religions. One was a Hindu and the other was a Christian. Pakshi Lakshmana Shastrigal was the head priest of the famous Rameshwara temple and a Vedic scholar. Vedic scholar means a very learned scholar in Vedas. Okay, and the name of his best friend was Pakshi Lakshmana Shastrigal. Okay, and the Reverend Father Bodil, reverend means worthy of respect, a leader of Christian community. जो ये community के head होते हैं या father type होते हैं, उनको reverend बोला जाता है. Okay, so this reverend Father Bodil had built the first church on Rameshwara Island. Again, we will quickly revise. जो डॉक्टर कलाम के फादर थे वो एक इमाम थे लोकल मॉस्क में. उनके हिंदू बेस्ट फ्रेंड थे वो पक्षी लक्ष्मण शास्त्रीगल. वो हेड प्रीस्ट थे, पंडित थे at the very famous रामेश्वर टेम्पल. एंड और एक थे जो उनके एरिया में रहते थे, रेवरेंड फादर बोडल. उन्होंने रामेश्वर आइलैंड में फर्स्ट एवर चर्च बिल्ड किया था. ठीक है. Now Dr. Kalam remembered, that is, have all three of them, these three people, in their unique attire. Attire means the clothing, okay, the clothes that they wore of their religion. It's very easy. The Muslims, they wear skull cap, the white skull cap. The Christians, they have this white robes and the symbol of Jesus. And the Hindu priest normally wears this kesari, saffron color dhoti. Okay, so in the unique attire, please have an image in your head. Okay, so unique attire of their religion, they all used to sit and discuss the community's problem and find solutions. Just imagine the three most impactful people in their own religion. They used to sit down and they did not discuss something very petty, like किसका धर्म सबसे ज्यादा महान है या कौन किससे ज्यादा महान है, कौन किसके भगवान सबसे ज्यादा अच्छे है. ऐसा कुछ भी डिस्कस नहीं करते थे. They used to sit and they used to discuss the community's problem and find solutions to it. Now, throughout the nation and the world, the need to have a frank dialogue. Frank, very open, unhesitated, honest, okay? Honest dialogue among cultures, religions, and civilization is felt now more than ever, okay? So we all need to actually talk to each other. I believe that there is nothing that a conversation cannot solve. You can definitely come to a decision if you actually talk. You know, in the light of recent events, Indo-China war and all of that, guys, do you think if simply people talked to each other about what they wanted in the first place, can a lot of things get solved and get cleared in just an instance? Yes, most of the times, yes. But now, obviously, you will say, अरे अगर वो लोग बोलेंगे कि war करना है तो और China के साथ नहीं and this that. I know, I understand the aggression that you have and completely accept it. The thing is, we can actually just talk and just know what they want or don't want. Clear with this? Okay, moving on. I don't want to talk about Indo-China war, guys. I'm sorry to give that example. My God. Okay. When asked where he got his humility from, Dr. Kalam would always attribute it to his father. Okay. जब पूछा जाता था उनसे कि इतना modesty, इतना down to earth attitude, इतने humble कैसे हो आप? Even though you are the president of India, you are the famous scientist, how are you so humble? Okay. He would attribute in simpler language, it's credit or assign the source to. Okay. Okay. Who attribute it to his father. वो पूरा credit जो है वो अपने father को देते थे. ठीक है. In his father, please listen. In his father, he saw how simplicity and divinity could go together. Very important line. उनके father से उन्होंने सीखा कि एक person इतना simple और इतना divine, इतना heavenly, इतना pure कैसे हो सकता है? Simple people, okay, who is not very much connected to the material world, who has no feelings of hatred towards anybody or anything, like very simple person. And divinity, okay, this heavenliness, divinity could go together. Even though his father was a boatman and Dr. Kalam went on to become the President of India, they shared the same values in life. Just imagine a boatman and his son, who is the President of India, they used to share the same values in life. And what was that value? Both of them believed that if one leads a spiritual life, then that spirituality can lift them out of any kind of confusion, misery, or failure. Okay. Now we need to understand this. Okay. If one leads a spiritual life, मतलब ये spiritual life में करना क्या होता है? Is it very difficult? Usually spirituality is achieved through very difficulty. Okay, but spiritual life का simple meaning होता है, basically it means it includes a sense of connection to something which is bigger than yourself. The belief that there's something bigger and you have to search the meaning of life, why, about your existence, about the existence of life itself, and why are we here and what is our true purpose of life. That is basically a spiritual life. uh, the practices of spiritual life are very simple. Okay, you need to meditate a lot, you need to be very mindful, very aware about whatever is happening. Okay, you need to practice gratitude and just be connected with the universe. Okay, spirituality basically wants to establish a connection between you and your soul. Okay, if you can understand this, very deep, but yeah. So both of them believed that अगर spiritual life, अगर बहुत mindful awareness वाला अगर life होगा, तो that spirituality can lift them out of any kind of confusion, misery, or failure. Basically you will believe that everything happens for a reason and you are just a part of this very tiny, small, insignificant part of this entire universe. ओके, सो तभी अगर कोई कंफ्यूजन होगा, मिजरी, बहुत दुख होगा, या लाचारी, व्हाटएवर यू से, अगर वो होगा और फेल हो जाओगे, अगर फेलियर से डील करना है, दिस स्पिरिचुअलिटी, दिस सेंस दैट nothing is permanent in this world. Okay, and you are going to achieve something, not everything that you set your mind to, and therefore it is okay. And this thing, okay, will lift us out of every bad thing that is going to happen to us. Very clear? Okay, here we complete part 1. Okay, very quickly we will begin part 2, but before that, one question very quickly. Okay, uh how does focus help us? How does focus help us? Focus कैसे help करता है हमें? Yes, to solve questions. Very good. To discover the truth. Excellent. And to conceive inventions. Great. Nothing can distract us. Correct, correct. Amazing. We'll move ahead. Okay. Part 2. Now this is a very nice story. In the year 1960, when Dr. Kalam joined ISRO, we have already discussed, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. It was just a fledgling organization, fledgling meaning very new and inexperienced. Okay, very new organization, just begin हुआ था ISRO के initial years थे. His interactions with the great scientist who was Professor Vikram Sarabhai and Reverend Peter Bernard Pereira shaped his thoughts on religion. Okay, obviously we will know in the entire text कि कैसे हुआ, कैसे shape हुआ, but these both of them, their interactions, their communication which happened between them was very instrumental for Dr. Kalam to have his thoughts shaped on religion. Okay, it was here that he learned about the true meaning of religious service. रिलीजियस सर्विस, रिलीजन में अगर सर्विस देनी है, आपको सर्व करना है अपने रिलीजन को, तो सही मायने में कैसे सर्व करते हैं उन्होंने यहाँ पे सीखा. Professor Sarabhai, okay, now this Vikram Sarabhai, he was a physicist and astronomer, okay. Also, he was the first chairman of ISRO. He was also the recipient of Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan awards. Okay, yeah. So this Professor Sarabhai and his team had selected a a place, location in Thumba, Kerala. थुम्बा में एक प्लेस, केरला में एक प्लेस है थुम्बा, और उधर ये लोकेशन पे उनको एक साइट बिल्ड करनी थी to set up their space research facility. Basically, they wanted to set up an organization here, space research facility. It was an ideal site due to its proximity to the magnetic equator. Yeah, it was an ideal, it was the perfect, ideal meaning perfect site, perfect location due to its proximity, the nearness, sorry, closeness or the nearness to the magnetic equator. तो मैग्नेटिक इक्वेटर जो होता है उससे बहुत क्लोज था, इसके लिए ये आइडियल साइट था. ओके, but there was a major roadblock in getting possession of the site. Roadblock, obstacle, hindrance, addition थी. Okay, major roadblock in getting possession, to get ownership of this site, because now there are 4 reasons. Please focus. One, that it was fishing grounds of Thumba's fishermen. Udhar jo main occupant was fishing, and it was the fishing ground of Thumba's fishermen. Guys, we need to understand that we are not thinking of renting a building or a area. It was sort of kilometers at end. Okay, so it was a huge place that they wanted to set up their research facility in. It's not a small place. Okay, so it comprised of the entire fishing grounds of this fishermen. It had an old church of Saint Mary Magdalene, a bishop's house, and a school which was under the administration of the church. Okay, we have seen a lot of convent schools which are under the administration. We have, I guess, Fatima and Ghatkopar and Holy Family. Okay, so there's a church and it takes care of the administration of the school as well. Okay, so one, it was the fishing grounds of Thumba's fishermen. Okay, there was an old church, there was a bishop's house and a school. Okay, now what do you mean by a bishop? Okay, या सो जैसे एक चर्च के फादर होते हैं जो उसका एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन संभालते हैं, वैसे बिशप इज इन चार्ज ऑफ अ फ्यू चर्चेस इन दैट रीजन. ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल वी टेक अंधेरी, तो अंधेरी के पर्टिकुलर रीजन में जो भी प्रीस्ट होते हैं, जो भी फादर होते हैं, उनके जो हेड या उनके जो इंचार्ज होते हैं वो होते हैं बिशप. Ganesh Patade from Ghatkopar. I'm not talking about a part of chess, guys. No, it's not about chess. It is a person who is at a higher authority than a father. Okay? Yeah. Government officials predicted, they assumed, okay, that it would be impossible to relocate so many people from the site and destroy religious institutions for the sake of a research center, space research center. Now, this was a fight between religion and technology, science, and as we have seen in our country, it was but obvious who is going to win. Obviously, correct? Here, nobody cares about development, infrastructure. Only people care about what they want. Okay, they want Babri Masjid and they want Ram Temple, Ayodhya. Okay, they only care about religion, and we have great examples of that. Okay, so government officials जो थे उन्होंने बड़े properly predict किया that इम्पॉसिबल है इधर से एक चर्च को हटाना और एक जो स्पेस रिसर्च फैसिलिटी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है वो इधर पूरा ऑर्गेनाइज करना इज नियर इम्पॉसिबल एंड इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन. ओके, या. But upon Dr. Sarabhai's persistence, continuous efforts, it was suggested that they approach the only person who could help them in this situation, who was who was Father Pereira, the then bishop of the region. Okay, so Sarabhai ke persistence, continuous efforts se, it was suggested that they approach Sarabhai and his team, they approach the only person who could help. एक ही person है जो ये difficult situation में से हम लोग को निकाल सकता है, who can provide a solution. He was the person. He was Father Pereira, the then bishop of the region. So he was the head of a lot of priests and a lot of churches during that time. Okay, the then उस time का clear. Persistence is continuous efforts. Okay, so Dr. Sarabhai and Dr. Kalam approached Father Pereira on a Saturday evening. वो Saturday शाम को उनके वहाँ गए. The Reverend said, "Oh Vikram, you're asking me for my children's abode? For my abode and for God's abode. Abode means home, place of residence. आप हमारे पास हमारा घर, हमारे बच्चों का घर, हमारे भगवान का घर मांग रहे हो. How is it possible?" Father Pereira then invited the party. The party means Dr. Sarabhai, उनकी टीम और Dr. Kalam, ये सारे लोगों को party, the group here, okay, to visit the church on a Sunday morning. Next day उनको बुलाया कि आप please come to the church. Dr. Sarabhai, his team, and the forever inquisitive disciple Dr. Kalam took up the offer, obviously. Okay, तो पूरी वो team जो है, inquisitive, always curious, eager to acquire knowledge, very curious. Okay, a disciple, follower. Okay, so this disciple, Dr. Kalam, he was just a student of Vikram Sarabhai then. Okay, took up the offer, obviously there, went there. Okay. Abode means home or place of residence. Okay. Yeah. At church the next Sunday, the Reverend invited Dr. Sarabhai up to the dais after the prayer service. After the prayer was completed, this Reverend invited Dr. Sarabhai to the podium like thing. It's not exactly a stage, but a low platform जो होता है where a speaker can speak. Okay. And turning to everyone present, he said, "Now who's speaking?" The Reverend, Father Reverend Pereira. Okay, he's speaking, and the following is the speech which is given by him. Okay. "Dear children, here is a scientist, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. What does science do for us? We benefit from the devices that science has developed to light up our homes." Science क्या करता है हमारे लिए? Science हमें वो सारी luxuries देता है, okay, जो हमारे घर को light up करने के लिए जरूरी है, okay, and a lot of luxuries in our life. I am able to talk to you using this mic. Here I am able to talk to you using phone and microphone and whatnot. Thanks to technological advancement. Okay. Medical science allows doctors to diagnose to determine which disease is causing a sick person's signs and symptoms. Okay. What exactly is happening? Fever hai, to क्यों है? What is the actual reason? Okay, to diagnose and treat patients. Science and technology enhance is to better something, okay, enrich something, the overall comfort and quality of human life. क्या करता है science और technology? हम लोग को comfort और quality देता है. Okay, and what do I do as a preacher? मैं क्या काम करता हूँ as a preacher, as a religious guru? Preacher in simpler words means religious guru. Okay. I pray for you. मैं क्या करता हूँ? Pray for you, for your well-being, for you to be safe. Okay. For your peace, for your peace of mind. In short, Vikram and I are doing the same job. Guys, for the people in 1960s, most of them not very literate and not very educated, for this Father Pereira to say that Dr. Vikram Sarabhai and he has the same position, it means a huge thing. He asks the people to give same respect and to make them believe that they both are working towards their benefit only. Guys, please be patient for 5 minutes so that we can just complete it. It will be very quick. Okay. In short, Vikram and I are doing the same job of taking care of you. He, being a scientist, he is providing comfort and luxury to your life, and I am praying for your well-being and your peace. Both science and spirituality seek the Almighty's blessings. Okay, they want the God's blessings for the prosperity of the human mind and body. Okay, ह्यूमन माइंड और बॉडी के लिए अगर प्रॉस्पेरिटी चाहिए तो उसके लिए गॉड के ब्लेसिंग्स तो लगेंगे ही. Dear children, Dr. Vikram says that within a year he wants to build scientific facilities near the seacoast, replacing all the settlements that now stand there. Abhi bhi jo bhi settlements, all of the people that are staying, the church, my home, your home, everything has to be relocated. Okay. Now, can you give up your abode? Can you give up your residence? Can I give up my abode? Can we give up God's abode for such a great scientific mission? क्या हम ये give up कर सकते हैं? क्या हम relocate हो सकते हैं? And guys, this is a very, very huge deal, okay? This is not a joke. It's not easy to just give up your home and relocate somewhere. Okay. Dr. Kalam recalled how he witnessed a pin drop silence for a long moment. For a long moment, nobody said a word. Then everyone got up and the whole church reverberated. Reverberated is echoed loudly with deafening noise. Okay, बहुत जोर से गूंजा, पूरा जो चर्च है वो गूंजने लगा. Okay, with noise जो एक पर्सन को बहरा कर सकता है, of a collective amen. Amen basically means in affirmation. वो सब लोग उठ के क्या बोले? हाँ, we are ready to give everything that it takes. Okay. And so the work on the research center was soon underway, but not without alternate accommodation. Accommodation is place being offered to the affected fishermen, the church, and obviously the Reverend Pereira. But just imagine for this to happen in India in the year 1960. I feel it is difficult even to happen in the year 2020. But for this to happen, then it was a huge deal, a very momentous thing that was achieved by Dr. Vikram Sarabhai and all the citizens who are living there. It was a huge, huge thing. Amen means yes, saying yes in affirmation. Okay, I guess we will stop here. I hope you have understood very well both part 1 and part 2. Okay, please read it once. Okay, so we are very clear with it. Days. Okay, days means it's not a stage but a lower platform like thing, a podium behind which a speaker can speak. It has a mic. You must have seen in your annual functions and everything. Okay. Yeah. Proximity means nearness or closeness. Okay. I guess we will stop.
Are we done, ma'am?